slide the
You
heel.
want that one.
Go that way. Turn your head, your whole body. Yeah.
That one.
And boom.
Like that. Right here. Come up with it. Actually, I like that. If I do ankle, or the ankle versus the knee, does that make a difference? I like
Well,
the knee.
the knee to start, because ideally, I think ideally you want to get this over. If you can get this over, it makes everything better. Right.
Okay.
So
I'm just thinking it's harder for me to frame up with my hands here, but on the ankle, I can push and it's easier.
I think you gotta work it. You gotta work what works for you. Yeah, you gotta work what works for you. So if that's where you like it, great.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it, man. What works for you?
Yeah, I gotta get
Depends on-
that out of my. I
depends on
gotta
where
get it
your
out of my
head's
head that it has to be a certain way because you'll do it with the ankle for like the next 3 months, and then maybe you'll be
Something
like,
happens.
then maybe you'll be like,
That doesn't work.
okay, I think I need to go here.
Right.
But that's your journey,
Yeah.
and what works for you doesn't work for me. Right? Just like you can do the
I'm just
spider.
trying to figure out how to get, because once you have this, you have a good bite, you bite that ankle. Like this, up and under.
Let me see how I do it. I mean, we're going slow and all that stuff. But I don't know. Boom. So like right away, you're trying to hit that heel, yeah. I gotta be. I want my foot flat on the floor, so I'm going to use it as a base to help myself get up.
Yep.
Right. Now I'm over that knee line.
See, for me, that right there was awkward. So go back. Now, what I was doing, go back to your hip, sorry. So instead of, when you're here, right? Instead of framing on the, just feel, I'll put this hand on the either there or the ankle, and then post up, like a technical stand up, and then slide that foot on my hip. Pop the hip, and then slip it through as you come around. Follow.
Yeah, I like it.
God, that shrimp is so fun.
Yeah, to get that second hook in. All that weight on your leg, it's hard to get the position you need to throw that one in.
Yeah. Because if this, I think you're right. It's probably, maybe it's not on the here. Maybe it's somewhere on the calf, just creating that pressure downward, so you can create those two pivot points where you can slip this foot up.
Well, check this out. Check this out, because that's just one escape of like 1,000. But like, so if you're digging for my heel,
Right.
I don't want you to have it. So I can push here. I just have to get to there,
Yes.
and I'm safe.
And
Now from here, right? Now from here, I can be like, because I'm past the knee line. You can start to play with other escapes,
once you're free of
but this pressure
right there.
is the immediate threat.
Yes.
See, if I turn this way, look at you have my heel, right? So I got to get it this way, and ultimately, to lever, if you stick that out, I'm kind of screwed. Then I definitely feel I have to go onto the wrist leg.
Yeah.
And the only way I was taught was this way, but that doesn't mean that that's the way. It could be, however, I'm here right now. I'm already safe.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've got this one passed, and then I'm going to stick this one in, and I'm out. So that other stuff was just Houdini magic.
Yeah.
And that's the part where you can, But the most important probably is just being able to hide your heel.
Hide your heel.
To your line.
When you see it. Yeah. And don't turn the other way because it exposes
Because
it.
it gives your partner more of what they want, right? It's not easy, that position, yeah?
It's weird.
Because it's almost like for me it's a little forward still, so it feels like I'm more vulnerable by turning away from my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm running away, I feel vulnerable now, but that's actually the correct thing to do.
Is exposure back.
Yeah,
This is what you do.
that's why the game that we're eventually hoping to play is called Breaks or Backs, because there's that opportunity here where, and it's from any of the foot lock position, any of the heel hook positions. There's this point here where I'm here. Now you could probably, as I get to here, it's a weird, ugly scramble, right? And I'm trying to get it out. You've got back exposure, and as soon as this comes out, you can sit up. and grab my hip,
Go for it.
and then now
my
we're trying.
legs are in
yeah.
such an awkward position.
You're trying to
I gotta
clear,
really do
but-
it this way, and then I got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still there, and that's just that we got to figure that path
Those
out.
two are still there. The back and the heel are still
We
there.
got to figure that path out.
Right.
So
Yes.
here, if you put me in a single leg X, like just
From the outside.
regular, like
Just where you lean.
yeah, regular,
straight up, okay.
single leg X, Ashigarami, yeah. Just hold it there. So there's a game to play here too, where shotgun grip. You were trying to hold it and not attack, and I'm trying to free it. And I can free it by going either way. Yeah. So I can go, but if I'm gonna go this way, I gotta figure out how to get it down to okay. Right? But back exposure. So you would have to figure out how exactly just chase me down with that single leg, yeah. And if I go the other way, which I can do, yeah, I expose the heel going this way, right? I expose the heel,
Yes.
and I'm out. But look, there's still the back.
Legs
Yeah.
up.
You're gonna run me down. So you're either gonna get the break, or you're gonna get the back.
And that's the same position that we were just drilling. You could have backstepped to do
Yes.
the roll right into the back take again. Too.
Yeah, it's just fancy. And I think he showed it to me, so I'd be excited about the whole thing.
Well, that's a cool
Your brain's
that's a
just
cool
like,
drill to run.
Yeah.
If your partner's willing to train it, you know what I mean, and not get all excited.
Well, those positions of that truck is everywhere, right? It's
Yep.
so important to get those details
With those, and taking with the legs.
with the foot positions and like trying to get the hip nice and high, and then the shrimp. Like I always fail on the shrimp part for some reason. 'Cause I get too excited and I want to get the back
Right.
really fast, and then it doesn't happen. I don't get the hook, and then you get your back to the floor and you're out.
That was a good detail. I really felt that when the scissoring effect between
Yeah, no
both
doubt.
right here
Me too.
and you lift that, and your whole hip, your whole body just goes whoop. Just gives me a ton of space to slip that through, and then
A huge wedge. This is a wedge to lift your partner off the
You
floor.
see your leg, single leg. I was really doing a couple weeks ago was this similar thing where I'm trying to get a heel exposure, or you put the boot on and you straighten your leg. And I'm like, I can't get it, right? So there was this movement where I can go here. From here I can get up in technical stance, right? I can keep driving. Or I can bring it over into here, right? Essentially. And we can go. If I put this one
that
across,
inside heel exposure.
if I put this one across, we're in that saddle that we were just in.
Okay.
Right? This is
That's essentially the same thing.
this is
That's
the
the same
411,
thing.
yeah. So it started from single leg X, yeah, and the key for me to bring it across is I can't get it, yeah. So I'm gonna bring it here, right? Now I've got this exposure,
Yep.
but I also, this is better,
You know, I'm gonna be tucking this and healing.
and you're still gonna be trying to get out, right? If I don't come across and I bring it to here, right, I'm gonna chop the knee line however I can, and it's basically I'm gonna work my way up to the pass, and then there's 50-50, so you can go here, and I can go here, we can go 90-10, right? But then this is like end game,
Yes.
essentially. But I don't fully understand this one yet.
There's not much because you got this. You got the
So stop right there, Ryan. Stop right there.
triangle.
So even from right there, can't you belly down if you drove your knee between his legs?
Right for
Yeah.
Rather than knee bar, yeah.
And then Mark did say you're just really all you're doing is spinning your body around your leg. The whole concept is me just rotating around your leg.
And trying to pin the hips so that they can't continue to rotate. Essentially, that's what I would assume.
See, like that starting point and then going into everything else that you just did.
Right.
So sick.
I'm trying to. I think what we're trying to do is
Because that's always there.
we're trying to build a no-gi leg attack game, and it has to start from somewhere.
Yes.
This is the best.
This is home.
This is the best place to start.
No doubt.
Later on, you'll go right into saddle. You'll go right into it.
Yeah.
But like even here, you know, know, we're trying to attack the outside of the leg. There's different biting positions where, I mean, I've got this. I'm trying to keep this bend in this knee. This is a pretty powerful position.
Dude, tear that thing to shreds if you
Yeah. And then watch. So let's watch this though. Even if I'm from here and I want heel exposure, watch what happens when I start to turn my hips. See how I'm bending your knee?
And straighten that right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
So there's so much shit in there. Is that like 10 minutes?
Well, surprise, surprise, something we're doing for the next couple months. June.
Yeah, I like it. I like the leg attacks. I think there's so much game there to learn.
I'm gonna be in Monterey next, like in a week or so.
Where are you doing?
I'm
Monday?
gonna. I leave Friday,
Friday.
but I'm gonna when I get to Monterey, I'm gonna try to film
Yeah,
a set of the learning process.
bring back some goodies for us.
Because Mark's pretty good at it, man. I really like him. So he's a big guy. With the legs.
I think this is the perfect building block for us for the leg attack. This starting from straight ankle on, and just weaving into it.
So too. Because I find myself in the straight angle quite often.
Well, and
I
then
don't think we take advantage because we are in the heat, so we know not to read each other.
this is where you're going to guard. This is like how we're gonna get there, right? You're gonna stand up, you know, and I'm like, oh crap, and we're playing here, and I'm like, you know what? Bam! However I get to single leg, it could be from.
It's tough for me to get my outside leg on the inside.
Well,
I
check
find
this
that
out.
difficult too.
It's like,
Yeah, to spread out.
right? So yeah, so we're here, and then I take it down, and then our game starts.
Yes.
Right. So it's easier to find. I think it's not easier, but some people say that single leg X is more available, or it's definitely an
Yep.
easier starting block. Some guys you just can go right to reverse X, like we were at the beginning, but that's more complicated for a beginner.
I think it is. It's a little bit harder to grasp where your feet should be, but starting from the single leg X is pretty sweet and pretty simple. I think so. And most, like even myself included, most of us haven't even tried to get super deep into leg locks, right?
Yeah. No, not at all. Just the basic cross ashi that I was doing
Yes.
in the saddle, 411. Like that step into that is all I've ever really known. And then how to do the double trouble and fighting those legs, but I haven't really understood the escapes. And because I'm not understanding the escapes, there's a reluctance to practice these because you think that, oh my God, you're gonna spin the wrong way and we're all gonna die.
Right.
Well, I'm realizing that with the right people, it's actually not that hard.
So I'm saying, like, if your partner is and just be cruise and
Play
chill,
the same.
just be playful
And once you learn
and don't resist.
the foundational pieces of the escape, then you can start rolling. You and I started doing it with single leg X, where we just rolled across the floor. One way is easier because you don't have to go over your knee. The other way is harder, and that's a drill to play so that you can get used to using your forehead,
Shoulder, forehead, shoulder.
yeah, shoulder, forehead, shoulder. And I'm new to that, right? And I invert all the time, but that's a different feeling.
Yeah. Because you don't want it flatten out because you lose that.
No, if you look up like this, you can't
give
roll.
away all that strength and that tightness and that connection, that entanglement itself.
Yeah, it should be just like that. Smash. I hate
No,
to
yeah,
hurt your foot.
That's right. That's how it should be. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, dude.
Was it one of these?
I was just gonna ask you what happened.
I don't know, just tweaked.
You were on the bottom or top? Bottom, right?
I think you were on the bottom.
Yeah. I just turned it.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything.
I had some double arms, and it could have been where your arm went this way or
Posture.
something.
Just kind of tweaked.
I just ice it. You got some shit to do today too. You said that. Man,
What do you
are
gotta
you riding
do?
the bike?
What do you gotta do?
What's that? You riding the bike to home or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to ride the bike. Just like this with the helmet.
noise.
No, it's the wind. It's the wind. You're like, tap.
No helmet, it'll be too heavy today. I know, right? Yeah, I think he'll be good. I talked to Matt too. He said he's better.
Yeah, I was gonna text
It
you.
was I think he said he thought it was a bruise.
Yeah.
Not so much of
A stretch. Or a pop.
yeah. But it looked scary because he couldn't do anything that whole day, so I was worried about him too. So I texted him the next day. He wasn't doing anything until he's gonna go back and train on Monday.
I think Sage might come back. I hope.
Yep.
Because he seemed to be like,
Whoa! Right.
and that's awesome.
Yeah.
When
I know,
guys
I
are
love
like,
that reaction.
no, God.
Yeah.
They're like, all right.
Like, and just my opinion, I think you guys agree too. It's not like we're all going crazy, right? That day, and he's like, "Man, you guys have some good cardio," and I was thinking, "What kind of cardio does?"
He said that to me, and I was like,
Oh my god, no.
No.
I think it was just being nice or whatever. I don't know.
he's wearing out.
But
Because
you know
he goes,
what?
you're strong and your cardio is great. And I'm like,
But, you
I'm
know,
all like, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
but like speaking from experience, even though like you think like, no, man, I'm pretty strong. Like, if you get that drowning feeling when someone's on you, it sucks.
Yeah, when you're not used to being personal contact,
Yep.
it's an awkward.
It sucks so bad, and it's suffocating.
You spent
Right?
40 years of your life not touching people, and all of a sudden you got some dude like right on you.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
And like imagine for him
experience.
being a powerlifter, he's like, I'm strong, dude. I'm gonna waste all these guys.
No, that's 147 pounds. I went with him first. He's like, damn, you're so strong. He
I
was
watched
laughing.
your goals.
You know, I was like, that's funny. And to me, I'm like, oh, brand new white belt. They're my worst nightmare. Because it's actually hard. Because
Yeah.
they're doing things.
Right.
I mean, after you learn to play the game, it's like,
Unorthodox
oh,
things, yeah.
okay, I know what you're doing. But brand new, you don't know what to expect, and you're just like, can't move them. We gotta figure this out.
And that's always been like, I shouldn't say it's a joke, but it is, right? It's like the spazzy white belt's the one that hurts people. Fucking he hurt his friend that brought him here. He hurt his friend that brought him here. So Matt's like, I wanted to give him shit so bad that Thursday when we went to work together. I wanted to bust his ball so bad, but like, he's kind of sensitive, and I don't want to like drive that way. Yeah. So I'm like, dude, there's plenty of time to fucking smash him. Don't worry about it, dude. Reel him in, set the hook nice and
I was trying to be as light as possible.
Yeah.
And just do some sweeps. That was. I think that was really smart not to do like any choking stuff. Just do sweeps.
I really like that game. I just saw it on the video. I like that game. The bottom guy can only sweep.
I like the games.
I like
Keep
it.
coming with them
I like
because
it too.
they're so
Just
great,
smart.
and then at the end you can come back and be like, I had trouble with this. You know,
Yeah.
what are you doing for this escape, or what were you doing for that sweep? And we can all play with it.
It's like that's a good. I like that sort of the way we do it lately. Maybe like the last couple of weeks is where we've done some drills, done some really good rounds, and then break down stuff that we think was like, hey, what about this that just happened? Right? You know what I'm
It's
saying?
ideal because otherwise I go home and I might forget about it.
Same here. I'll walk in the house and be like, fuck, I wish I asked
Wish I would have asked the
Yeah,
17,000 questions I had ending there.
Right. I wish I asked how he got to that position and what's his technique for holding this type of control. But if it's fresh in our minds, we can do it right here and then, you know.
I had there's a new white belt at high grade, and he's maybe 180. He's kind of yoked. He's in his 30s, you know. So, but he's like got the boom, 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 and I'm like, damn, dude. And he's like, oh, I gotta go fast because you guys are, stronger and you have all this technique or whatever.
What was his thing before?
Huh?
Wrestling?
I don't know what he did. I didn't ask, but like he's a server at one of the restaurants, and he's in great shape. But he's just, and I'm like, I told him eventually you're gonna get, you're gonna run me out of breath. And that's great. Keep going, But he was just. So I finally just stopped fighting him, and like I normally do, and I just went like that. I'm just waiting to recover the guard because like it's just easier when they're touching me, right? And he's on top, and he's like.
right.
And I was like, hey, bro. And this is more for me, just to, because I was lazy. Hey, he's like, yeah. I was like, do you feel me doing anything to you right now? He's like, no. I was like, you're safe. Find your breath. And he's like,
Nice.
and he's like, wow. I'm like, no one told me that shit until like a month ago. You know, I'm just telling you what I wish I would have known the first day. I was like, you're okay. I was like, if I start moving, you start moving, or you got to work your game. But right now, you have complete top smash position. Be heavy and find. And it, I don't know, that one thing blew his mind, and then it changed the next like 3 rolls we did. He started to kind of calm down.
That's what he
And
needed to
I'm
hear
like,
that.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I said that I don't want to get hurt, and it's like, so like we're just gonna go, and it is what it is, and kind of.
Yeah, scaled it back.
This is that verbal jiu-jitsu. I was like, oh thank God.
Good 180 is that's a good weight right there. It's a, you know, there's a lot of shit that can happen with 180. Alright boys, I got box.
Alright man. Thank you so much.
Thanks man. Good stuff on the leg attacks.
Thank you. Are you thanks for doing that stuff. Are you going to see your spot? Your land?
We might go tomorrow morning.